Have you ever wondered what lies behind that blue logo that promises security and trust? Today we are going to delve into the history of AXA, a name synonymous with insurance worldwide, but one that holds secrets and curiosities you may not have known. The birth of a colossus. Let's go back to France in 1816. In a post-revolutionary context, marked by economic uncertainty and the need to protect assets and the future, the Compagnie d'Assurances contre l'Incendie, fire insurance company, was born. Imagine an era where fire was a constant threat, devouring homes and businesses in a matter of hours. This company, focused on protecting against fires, was the first heartbeat of what we know today as AXA. For more than a century, the company grew slowly, merging with other smaller insurers. It was not until the 1970s that AXA's story really began to take shape. Claude Bibier, the architect of the AXA empire. This is where Claude Bibier comes in, a visionary with boundless audacity. In 1975, Bibier took control of Groupe Druit, a small French insurer. His ambition was to create a global company, a giant capable of competing with market leaders. Bibier began a series of strategic acquisitions, merging and expanding the group at a dizzying pace. His strategy was simple but effective: identify companies with potential, integrate them under one flag, and expand geographically. The birth of the name AXA. In 1985, Groupe Druit needed a new name, a name that would resonate internationally. After much debate, AXA was chosen. Why AXA? Because it was short, easy to pronounce in several languages, and, above all, because it allowed the different subsidiaries to maintain their local identities. AXA was not an imposition, but a protective umbrella under which companies could continue to thrive. Global expansion. A calculated leap into the void. The 90s marked AXA's explosion on a global level. The company expanded to Europe, the United States, Asia and Australia, buying local insurers and becoming a key player in the global market. One of the most decisive moments was the acquisition of the Equitable, a U.S. insurer with a long history but serious financial problems. This bold move catapulted AXA into the U.S. market, but also represented an enormous risk. Successfully integrating the Equitable and restoring its profitability was a real challenge, but AXA overcame it with flying colors. The myth of absolute protection, reality or illusion? And this is where we enter the realm of myths and urban legends. AXA, like many large insurers, has been the subject of controversy and criticism. One of the most persistent rumors is that of the hidden clause in its policies, fine print that allows the company to deny coverage in extreme situations. While it is true that all insurance policies have exclusions and limitations, that is, specific situations in which they do not offer coverage, the idea of a hidden clause that denies protection when it is most needed is, to a large extent, a myth. Insurers are regulated and subject to laws that protect consumers. However, this rumor persists, fueled by widespread distrust of large corporations and the complexity of insurance contracts. Another urban legend that circulates is that of the denial quota that insurers supposedly impose on their employees, incentivizing them to reject as many claims as possible. While it is possible that some insurers use metrics to evaluate the performance of their employees, the idea of an explicit and widespread quota is probably an exaggeration. However, these stories reinforce the perception that insurers seek to maximize their profits at the expense of their customers. AXA today, a giant in constant evolution. Today, AXA is one of the largest insurers in the world, with a presence in more than 50 countries and millions of customers. The company has evolved a lot since its humble beginnings as a fire insurer. It now offers a wide range of products and services, from life and health insurance to asset management and banking. In recent years, AXA has invested heavily in innovation and digital transformation. The company is investing in new technologies, such as artificial intelligence and blockchain, to improve customer experience and optimize its operations. Final reflection. The story of AXA is a story of ambition, strategy and adaptation. From its origins in 19th-century France to its current position as a world leader, the company has demonstrated a remarkable ability to overcome challenges and seize opportunities. But it is also a story that invites us to reflect on the nature of trust and protection. What do we expect from an insurer? Is total and unconditional protection possible? Or should we accept that, in an uncertain world, there will always be risks that cannot be covered? Because sometimes, behind a simple blue logo, there is a whole story that few know. Did you enjoy learning about the history of AXA? Subscribe to the channel and leave us your comments. What other brand would you like us to analyze?